the ocean. Swallow me up in one motion.
Urlando in the short course pool with that absolutely brilliant 136.43 record performance. Just a few weeks after that, showed up at the Pro Swim Series in Sacramento and threw down a 152.37. Currently number 1 in the world and number 4 all time in this event. Second fastest American in history, trailing the Phelps American record of 151.51. Early on, it's Heilman. He was out in the 25.3 this morning. Equals that pace from lane 1. We saw Heilman qualify for the Olympic team out of lane 8 in the 100 butterfly at the U.S. team trials. Here's Julian in 7:53.5. Pretty common to see Julian out in front on the front half of the 200 butterfly. Urlando turned into 53.7. This morning he was out in a 53.4. Urlando now takes over the third of 50, splitting 28.85. Julian holding on to second. Third now, Carson Foster. 29.4 on the third leg for Foster. Foster and Julian squaring off with Heilman lurking in lane 1. Urlando's got the lead. Foster showing some great closing speed. Foster and Heilman for second. Urlando still in front and touching with a 153.42. Second is Foster, fourth at the 100, and then 29.4, 30.2 on the back half to finish second at 153.70.
The ocean, swallow me up in one motion, though. Seize my queen, I show devotion. Where's my lifeline, Mr. Bosun?
See if he's got the endurance to be able to go all 4 laps.
And here we go, and watch the underwater in the middle of the pool with Kharun. He is truly one of the world's best. Out so fast, right up to that 15-meter mark. As Brittany mentioned, the bronze medalist at the Olympic Games last year in this 200-meter butterfly, and looking very strong on this first lap.
He's coming out quick, but that is important to note that his best time in this field is favored by about 5 full seconds. So we expect him to separate himself, but a really fast first 50 at a 24.86.
Well, he is heads and shoulders above the rest of the field, but he has never been out that fast before. 24.86. It's a couple tenths faster than he was when he was out in Paris, picking up that bronze medal. So his Canadian record, it does stand at a 152.80. We know he is in shape and on form. Won a lifetime best in the 100, and here he is, splitting at the 100 at 53.27, and that is under Canadian record pace.
And he looks so smooth, Jason. You can see how low he's staying in the water, getting in a breath every about second stroke. But now is the real test. Can he hold on to this speed? He looks really good out in front here.
So a solid first and second 50 for Kharun in the middle of the pool. His Canadian record split is a time of 1:23.04. And Kharun just underneath that by 6/100ths of a second, 1:22.98. So we'll see what he's got left. That record mark again, it stands at a 1:52.80. Kharun is all alone in the middle of the pool. And less than 25 meters to go. Ilya Kharun in lane number 4, trying to get down to that mark. This morning his time of 1:56.00 was a solid outing, but he's going to go way underneath that now. Ilya Kharun in lane number 4, just over his Canadian record, a time of 1:53.41. Second is Lane at number 7. Jordy Vilcha is 1:58.5. That's the best time for him. And third, we'll go to Benjamin Lowen up in lane number 2, a time of 1:58.
All the injury issues he's had, especially with the shoulder. Paris Olympian, World Championship finalist, one of the favorites here in his signature event.
And I love the fact that Luca is right there. He's in a perfect spot. It's early in the season, just coming off an NC2A, so he's still feeling pretty good in the water. He hasn't gotten broken down. These are the type of swimmers that he's going to be swimming against this summer. I mean, one finished 4th at the World Championships and the other was 4th at the Olympic Games. So this is really good for Luca. No matter how it shakes out for him, he's in a good spot swimming with these guys.
Ahead by 3/10 after the opening 50. Remember, Rowdy, he was in a battle in the 100 fly final here already with a world champion from 2023, and Maxime Grousset from France, lost by 0.02 of a second. So certainly he's been battle tested.
Yeah. And he's been battle tested in more ways than one, right, Jason? I mean, you mentioned the injuries that he has suffered. And when you're talking about a shoulder injury, there is nothing worse than having that as a butterfly. You know, when the shoulders are so involved, primarily in upper body stroke, you've got to have a great kick, but you can see just how if something happens from a shoulder injury standpoint, you're in deep trouble in the butterfly. Now, I mean, look at this. I mean, he is flying out there, literally 53.7. Look at this split right there, 28.5 on that one. Nobody even close on the third 50, Jason. He's almost a second ahead of everybody else on that 50 split. He is having a spectacular 200 right now. These guys, they went 154.9 this morning.
Doing it against 2 other Olympians, highly regarded, but so then is Luca Urlando. And here at home in Sacramento with a strong showcase to the win in the 200 fly. And how about it? Urlando with a new lifetime best as well.
Wow! Can you believe it?
By a bundle, Rowdy, by almost a second and a half.
I have to look at that time 4 times. I've literally looked at it 4 different times, back and forth and watching the pool. I mean, that 152.3 right